mentally ill behavior that the United States military is engaging in, and they're doing it with the people of the state. So psychopathic pacing, very much demented behavior. They're engaging in cartwheel after cartwheel after cartwheel. Alaska Airlines, UPS, the entity engaging in this over the Ontario Senior Center, the Ontario City Hall, the John Stewart Company Senior Citizen Apartment Complex, where everybody here is 55 and older, and the fake sun that is here at 7 in the morning. And the first thing to understand is the setting, so that you can understand the significance regarding the severe mental instability that you are witnessing. The fake sun that is here as I documented, for example, March 22nd at 5:46 p.m. The fake sun that is here right now is the light source that is here, like I documented, March 22nd, 2026, where I'm sitting here at the Civic Center at the OVITT Family Community Library, where the entity is flying plane after plane after plane, and demon after demon after demon are engaging what is crossing path together. They're doing so in that specific environment. They're doing so while they are targeting as an entity. This is a demon that knows where I'm at in this truck at the end. Backing up is the means of pacing, monitoring together, while the U.S. military maintains an ongoing failed experiment. The experiment is how is the federal government going to respond to what is an unprecedented basis regarding warfare, levying war against American citizens in the United States. That's where the experimentation, which is to the demise of the mentally ill that are currently the homosexuals that are making up the U.S. military, engage in what is mentally ill behavior. Securitas, under the fake sun that's still here at 5:46 p.m., just as one example, because you know it's also remaining over me in Upland, California, and you also know that Michael Dorsey is gang stalking me when I'm walking out of that library at 6 p.m. and it's remaining there. This is where the commercial airline companies are sharing in psychopathic behavior. This is the wing of a plane while the military is engaging in a cartwheel. What they just committed right now while I'm going into video, doing so with the demon that's crossing path. This is the ceremonial conduct of crossing path, and the more that I document, the more that the demons engage. This is their psychopathic behavior. Remember, as I'm documenting, it's spiritually significant to the demons who are mentally ill. They are more inclined then, rather, to engage in more and more of their behavior as the demons are hostile, and they engage in more, which is also psychological torture, which the United States military is, and the people of the state who are corporate entities are going to be federally prosecuted for. This is intentional, knowledgeable, malicious, and mentally ill behavior under what is a fake sun that's still here at 5:46 p.m. during daylight savings time. This is a demon. This is the people of the state that are domestic terrorists levying war against American citizens who do not have the evidence, let alone the knowledge regarding the environment that they're in where they're being gang stalked. Okay, this is the entity that's engaging in that together while they are under that fake sun, maintaining means of presence. Page One Cafe. The Page One Cafe having the fake sun over me while I'm making a purchase inside at after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Very intentional and knowledgeable, in concert with the entity Alaska Airlines that is taking no flights to Honolulu at any time by flying over the senior center. Okay, but let me just go ahead and show you briefly what the entity is doing while they're engaging in what is ongoing flights. The entity that's maintaining flights is doing so outside of what's published on the for the departures regarding any South Alaska Airlines flights. Okay, the entity is maintaining this pattern of conduct while they are doing so outside of what is not only published, but they're doing so outside of what is nature. Okay, this ongoing psychopathic pacing is relevant to what is mentally ill behavior under a fake sun. So this is breaking down the demented mindset behind the homosexuals that also are using. You're understanding the STD status of the U.S. military. This entity that's infected, massive infection of STDs. This is directly relevant to their mental illness. They are associating their demented sexual acts with their criminal activity against the person that they are targeting. They are literally associating their genitalia, their sexual activity with the livelihood, the well-being, the demise of people that they are very much targeting through their sexual activity. This is relevant to what is mentally ill behavior. And the entity that is suffering from incurable STDs, like the U.S. military, are those that are going to be subject to what are mental examinations while they are engaging in criminal activity. And like I stated, their homosexuality, their illicit And reckless sexual conduct is relevant to their psychopathic disorders, where you are also watching them use commercial planes, engaging in what is psychopathic behavior. Not only because of what they are doing, literally repeatedly going over one person over and over and over again, that is beyond merely stalking. Understand that. You know where I'm at. You know what it is that I'm doing. The entity that's engaging in what is psychopathic pacing, by doing so under a fake sun, is engaging in that which is mentally deranged. It is beyond mere stalking. This is an entity that's also doing so while they are associating their infected genitalia, which they are sharing amongst each other and other people unsuspecting, in order to spread that infection to other people, while they are calling themselves engaging in what is witchcraft. This entity that's engaging in this witchcraft conduct is that which is relevant to their mental instability. Okay, it is literally a behavioral health concern to the public, where you are sexually reckless, where you are engaging in public corruption, where you are doing so as an entity, and you are in your mind associating that with the demise of a person who is absolutely distinct and has nothing to do with what it is that you're doing in the bedroom with however many people, however many animals, however many people of the same or different gender that you're engaging in. But the mentally ill that are the U.S. military and the people of the state, that's exactly what they practice. While they are being documented, moreover, and given evidence in the physical regarding what is their failure in their so-called witchcraft in the spiritual. The very fact that I'm documenting, the very fact that I'm reciting, the very fact that I'm putting it on the internet. And yet they proceed. This is also relevant evidence regarding severe, life-threatening mental illness that is a disruption, that is a threat to the public. This is someone that is very much engaging in the pattern of conduct in concert with the U.S. military, that is doing so under a fake sun that they very well know is here until the evening. If I do not leave, that fake sun does not leave. This is the pattern of conduct that is shared with the entity that is stalking outside of even the public scheduled regarding the Ontario International Airport, while they are engaging in this mentally ill behavior. This is the entity that is being prosecuted for treason. This is the government, the U.S. government, that's engaging in what is acts of war, levying war against American citizens. This is an entity that is doing so in concert with the people of the state, who are sharing in levying war against an American citizen, against the United States, against what the United States Constitution stands for, maliciously doing so while you are literally entrusted with protecting the United States, enforcing the United States interests, which is distinct, while you are targeting American citizens, which is what the United States military is doing. And they are doing it maliciously, seeking to criminally defame an American citizen. That's what's behind the Ontario International Airport, providing any flights to, any commercial airline companies for the entity to engage in what is gang stalking, which is what is happening at the Ontario Civic Center, where you are looking at the fake sun that is still here until the end of the day, where this is the psychopathic pattern of stalking in the environment, using their communication devices, maintaining criminal surveillance, doing so at all places and at all times. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently 7:12 a.m. Alrighty, at 7:12 a.m. you can see there is no flight scheduled for the airport. And this is the ongoing mentally ill behavior of the entity that is indeed stalking. You can hear the plane activity. Literally, the mentally ill behavior continues as you document it, and the entity is engaged in trying to conceal its ability to visibly see them, where you can hear the plane activity, which you're not going to hear from the airport, where they're taken off from the airport. This is the entity that is, again, trying to hide where it's located. It's engaging U-turns. That has nothing to do with the destination. And there's also no published flights. This is shared pacing on the roads and the highways. Shared pacing while they are pacing. Where the fake sun is where the focal point is. Okay? This is P.O.C. and it's indeed psychopathic, while the U.S. military are maintaining a line of planes doing the same thing over and over again. This is beyond stalking. This is the threat to the American public regarding the mentally ill that are making up the U.S. military, targeting American citizens in concert with the people of the state under the fake sun. This is monitoring. And this is the behavioral pattern, which is a public safety concern regarding mental illness that is shared by the entity that is gang stalking. That's millions of people, the entire city of Ontario. And as you've seen, the entire city of Fontana, where the specific environment, this is speaking to what is supernatural. This is a satanic system that the government is fully engaging in, and they're engaged in obsessive stalking together. They went from the back parking lot to the front parking lot. That's the same demon. All right, and they're engaging in what is making U-turns. They're engaging in what is psychopathic pacing together. Driving under the fake sun, criminal surveillance. Walking under the fake sun, criminal surveillance. Stalking in the path, aiming light under the fake sun, criminal surveillance. Doing so while you are maintaining business establishments, government buildings under the fake sun, criminal surveillance. Engaging in what is repeatedly crossing path in airplanes and helicopters, criminal surveillance. Okay, and it's demonic. It's mentally ill. Beyond what is obsessive and demented in the first place, which is stalking. This is beyond that because you're seeing the repetitious nature of it. This is the entity that's engaging in psychopathic behavior, doing so while they are sharing in what is a criminal pattern of conduct together. This being the key, the fake sun documentation. P.O.C. This is Southwest Airlines. Like I said, this is a vast housing community. There's no airport over here. This is mentally ill while they're even failing at acting like there's no takeoff. The sound of it, the elevation of it, and also the fact that it is occurring and the entity is maintaining. It is currently 7:15 a.m. There are no flights that are coming from the airport. No takeoffs right now. No departures. Okay, and that's not an arrival, and it's also not a flight that's actually headed to a destination. This is relevant to, again, the U.S. military are filled with mentally ill terrorists, domestic terrorists, who will be federally prosecuted, and the corporate entities themselves. That's including Alaska Airlines is engaging in treason, and that's a corporate entity to be federally prosecuted. Southwest Airlines, FedEx, UPS. These are corporate entities that are engaging in treason, while the U.S. military are the demons that are engaging in what is the mentally ill behavior. They're the ones in the cockpit stalking me in these commercial airline companies. They're the ones that are engaging in the U-turns and the cartwheels, dipping beneath, engaging in this psychotic means of stalking. As I've shown you, you're acting like you're landing at the Stater Brothers, which is west of this location, but you're feigning a takeoff right here at the Ontario Senior Center. And you're mentally ill because no one forgot that. No one forgot it. None but those that are engaging in what is 24-hour surveillance while they are engaged in psychopathic pacing. Okay, vehicle after vehicle after vehicle. That's not traffic. It's surveillance. Okay, be mindful. This is what is informing you about what you're witnessing. This is the phenomenon what you're looking at. This is an example. March 22nd, 2026. The bottom image shows the same Ontario Civic Center, the same walkway where I'm standing right now, where FedEx, UPS, Alaska Airlines, Southwest Airlines, United Airlines are sharing in what is the criminal activity of domestic terrorism, stalking. This is relevant to what the entity is engaging in: psychological torture, harassment, terrorism, threatening conduct, because I'm documenting this is supposed to be retaliation. These are mentally ill homosexuals who are engaging in what is ritualistic conduct. So this is getting to the significance to the mentally ill. They believe they're engaging in what is witchcraft. They believe that their homosexual activity is causing what is spiritually significant progress for them. They are delusional, while you are looking at what is blatant and proper conduct in violation of the law, also in violation of what is federal law, because it is literally the impropriety of the U.S. government that has no basis to use the commercial airline companies or military aircrafts or helicopters belonging to the police department or its own to engage in what is stalking and harassment. And that is clearly shown in the specific environment where I'm showing you the fake sun and where the fake sun remains over me, which my documentation regarding the fake sun proves. Under all circumstances, the population that is demon-possessed, that is mentally ill, that is doing more than merely following me around. The psychopathic conduct regarding plane after plane, regarding vehicle after vehicle, regarding person after person under a sun that doesn't move, that's more significant. That's beyond what is mere stalking. They are merely engaging in what is showing you how deranged they are, and this is a threat to national security. This is treason. This is also alerting regarding the public safety concern regarding the demon-possessed who are engaging in this criminal pattern of conduct. They are suicidal. This is also relevant regarding the large amount of STDs that they've spread amongst each other. They are indeed suicidal. They're reckless conduct where they are focused on hurting someone else and they are hurting themselves. This is relevant to what is suicidal behavior. While they are gang stalking, it's being fully documented and recorded, shared with the public in real time. They are unsuccessful at the outset. They are still proceeding to their own demise. They are suicidal. crashing planes and helicopters in order to hurt other people and killing themselves, they are suicidal. Targeting another where your life and the trajectory of your life is affecting others that are connected to you as well, they are suicidal. This is P.O.C. This is the demon possessed. It is currently 7:19 a.m. This is the entity that's engaging in this with the U.S. military. It is the U.S. military who are violent sex offenders. It is the U.S. military that are stalkers, that are demon possessed. And they are engaging in criminal activity. They are leading in public corruption. They are the treasonous, disloyal betrayers of the American people. And they are targeting with the constituents of the state. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently, let's look at the time again, 7:20, no flight scheduled. That's why you are engaging in what are cartwheels. This is the terrorist UPS, who is going to be federally prosecuted for treason, prosecuted as a sex offender, prosecuted as a domestic terrorist, and doing so with impunity and blatant disregard for the consequences. Okay, that's relevant to damages, and the corporations themselves are going to be subject to federal prison. You're going to reach into these corporate companies that are making a lot of money, yielding a lot of influence, engaging in the surveillance system in the United States with the U.S. military. Absolutely, you're going to reach into those companies who will be subject to prison, federally prosecuted criminally and civilly. This is the P.O.C. Alrighty, this is blatant stalking. This is beyond merely following, as you see, though. This is serving a criminal purpose, a mentally deranged purpose. They are monitoring, which is psychologically harmful and sexually violent. And this is directly tailored to when I am in a bathroom and my vagina is exposed. This same population is pacing surrounding genitalia. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently 7:21 a.m. at the OVITT Family Community Library, the Ontario City Hall, the College of Laverne University of Law, the Ontario Senior Centre, the John Stewart Company 280 North Lemon Apartments Senior Citizen Complex, the Downtown Ontario Luxury Apartments, Wells Fargo at 240 North Euclid Avenue, the Ontario Town Square, the Vos Church, what I just named, Metro 102 Apartments. Vast amount of evidence speaking to the fake sun from sunrise until sunset. This is P.O.C.